In a recent press release, the Automobile Association warns that South African motorists could be in for more fuel price hikes in the near future, with Brent crude oil consistently trading at over $70 per barrel. This comes after a mammoth increase in May that has seen petrol and diesel prices reach record highs. Last month, the Mazda Motor Corporation achieved cumulative production in Japan of 50 million units, more than 86 years after its first three-wheeled truck rolled off the production line. With global sales set to top 1.6 million in the current financial year, the next production milestone will be reached a lot sooner. On the local front, Renault has introduced the limited edition Clio RS 18. The name is derived from Renault's F1 race car, and it also features the same iconic colour scheme, deep black with liquid yellow accents. Boy racers will love the launch control feature, but not many are likely to afford the cool 450,000 Rand price tag. More attainable is the latest incarnation of Ford's evergreen Fiesta. The 8th generation model has ditched the edgy looks of its predecessor in favour of a more rounded, grown-up look. Inside you'll find upmarket materials, the latest gadgets and crucially loads more room. Ford promises that the Fiesta stays true to the ethos of driving enjoyment, and after spending a day behind the wheel, we can confirm that the new model lives up to that promise. Potential buyers can choose from 4 petrol derivatives in 2 states of tune and 1 diesel, the latter available with manual transmission only. Pricing starts at just over 260,000 Rand. VW, meanwhile, unveiled something at the opposite end of the size spectrum.
This Crafter is 100% Volkswagen. The previous model was a joint cooperation with another manufacturer. So in this case, this is 100% Volkswagen. And you really notice that when you look at the car, you can see the similarity in terms of the design element, the grille. And most importantly, when you get into the vehicle, you can really feel and see that it's a Volkswagen.
Vehicles like this give companies an edge. They're more practical than a bakkie or a small panel van, and they're also not as expensive to run as a big truck.
What we're doing in here is we're providing Wi-Fi inside the vehicle. We are offering multimedia inside the vehicle, which allows people to connect via Wi-Fi to the router and then watch movies and have educational content streamed to their mobile.
The feedback generally from our colleagues who are actually operators, they like the vehicle. And if you look at the updates to this one, they've got reconfigured the space. So it will be a welcome addition to the industry. And people will generally like it. It looks good in terms of the design outside, and that, believe it or not, appeals to people who are in minibus taxis and who own these cars.
If you look at the total package of what you're now getting and the differentiators that we now have versus our competitors, the buyers that are going to be looking for a product that has a lot of different features to the competitors, that stands on its own, that's price competitive, will certainly be something that they will look at. And we're very confident, that we will get to the 35–40% market share with this vehicle.
So VW has actually come in with very competitive pricing. I mean, you're looking at the entry-level model here in the Crafter range coming in at just under 510,000. And the top of the range tops out at just under 640. So I think customers are going to have that peace of mind when buying this. They're going to know what they're dealing with. So yeah, I think it's going to do well in the market.
And finally, Jaguar's I-Pace e-Trophy race car made its global debut at the iconic Tempelhof circuit in Berlin. The all-electric championship will be the official support series for the ABB FIA Formula E Championship in 2018.
But I think they're really complementary also in terms of technology, because we want to develop the technologies for electric cars. We have the single-seaters, but now we have this car, which is a road car effectively, modified, slightly modified, pretty well modified, but it's effectively a road car. So it shows very well that, electric road cars are cool, are fast, and people will want to buy it. So I think it's a great complement between Formula E and this championship.
I think it's very important that we have the one-make racing to reflect the production car into the race vehicle, because then people can relate to this is their car on the track.
The I-Pace is our first batch electric production car, and it really is a performance car and really has high capability from that point of view. So to make it turn into a racing car, my hope is that we have a grid of 20 cars really fiercely fighting in great racing with good drivers, producing some wonderful racing. And that's ultimately why we're here. It's a phenomenal platform, not only to promote our wonderful products and company, but also to really enrich the race day here at Formula E.